Hello and welcome back, Drag Race fans, to another outfit ranking video. We have done a couple of the seasons so far, starting in season 2. Today we are going to be talking about the absolutely incredible season 5 fashions. Now I just have to say ahead of time, this was a season where I feel like a lot of people came in with an aesthetic that they wanted to share, not necessarily a vision of super high fashion or super high concepts, but an aesthetic that worked for them. And I think they were all very successful in what they did. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is necessarily the season where it's the easiest to pick out what is the best fashion of the bunch. Not to say that any of them were bad, of course, but just I don't think any of them were super exciting. So this list, I will say, was a little bit harder for me to whittle down, but we do have a lot of variety, and I do think that my number one might make people raise their eyebrow. So without further ado, let's get straight into this because I'm super excited about this particular season to talk about the ones that I really liked. We're going to start out in the number 10 spot, which is Detox's Army Makeover look. Now, I'm sure some of you are like, what? Why this one? Detox was in the bottom for this look. And yes, I hear you. I feel you. This is, in my opinion, a really fantastic look because of the clear choice to have something built in a set. Knowing, okay, I'm going to Drag Race. There is 1000% going to be a design challenge where there's a makeover involved. So to make it easiest on myself, I'm going to get myself kind of a frilly dress that's got a lot of leeway to it so I can take it in, I can take it out as I need to. I think it's smart. You've got this really lovely complementary style dress where one is in this odd length mermaid gown, which the odd length is really visually interesting despite it being weird. Then you've got this little top hat, the opera length gloves versus the little fingerless gloves, this cute little box pleat skirt. There's just a lot of really nice little details that were done here, plus the two wigs that are very similarly styled, whopped in different directions, and I love a whop. The shoes on Bethadone are a little bit odd. I'm assuming these came from Drag Race and were not shoes that Detox owned. If they are, these little polka dot things are kind of weird looking, and I don't see Detox wearing anything like this. But I really like this look as a makeover, and I understood why Detox was in the bottom for this one. Do I think that Alaska's was worse and probably should have been in the bottom? Absolutely. The padding on Nebraska was atrocious, even though the costume was nice. I also didn't know if like the bank robber theme really matched very well with Alaska's aesthetic, where I feel like this candy cane is so nice for Detox. Moving into the number 9 spot is Alyssa Edwards' company spokeswoman outfit. This was from the branding challenge, and y'all, I love this little power suit. I love a power suit in general, but this shiny forest green with sort of matte velvet applique is so nice. It almost looks like wallpaper or curtain in an old lady's house, but in a really fierce way. And what I love about this outfit in particular is just how pretty the color is on her. I love this little bow that's right in the middle, and I loved this outfit so much that I had to go seek out my own jacket that looked just like this, and I found one at the Goodwill. It's beautiful. I rhinestoned it to all hell, and I love this look on Alyssa so much. It feels powerful. Nothing feels more powerful than a business suit. And Alyssa pulls this off really well. You got a big Texas-style whopped hair, and I love a big whop on a hair. I do not like these shoes. These shoes are a problem. But what I do love about this is the bow right in the middle. It looks like a sort of matte velvet, and everything about this look is really stellar for someone who owns a company. that being the prompt, right, is you are out here to give your best representation of what you would look like as a businesswoman. And Alyssa looks like she's here to make money. She's not here to make friends. She's not here to make her employees feel happy or supported. She's there to make cash. She's there to make sure revenue is flowing, right? And Alyssa's look serves that. This is a fun look because of the colors, and that's what I really liked about this. And I think about her wearing this all the time. This has space in my brain on a corner of the street in my head, and it just lives there. It doesn't pay rent. It just exists, this high tower of beauty, and I love it. Okay, moving into the number 8 spot is Detox's RuPaul Roast look. Now I'm going to tell you, the WAP tear has nothing to do with why I like this. I know I've got a problem with liking WAPs and ruffles, but I love this for the simplicity of the look. All right, so let's evaluate each one of these little pieces. There is some type of netting over a general dress that looks so good on her. It's almost caftan-like, big sleeves, really cinched in waist with this bright turquoise blue belt. You've got the thunder earrings, very signature Detox, in this gorgeous kind of salmony orange color that's present also in the dress. And then the pink pumps, which the pink is also present in the dress. All the accessories complement everything else. Then you've got this like blue dip-dyed streak of hair right down the middle of the WAP that matches the belt, that matches the dress. Everything is so perfectly styled. If there's one thing that Detox knows how to do, it's to style a garment. Every time Detox stepped on the runway, everything was immaculately styled. It may not have been the most fashionable thing in the world, but it looked good and she pulled it off. I also want to address these teeny tiny little shoes. Look at her foot. She's almost at a point. That is, I don't know degrees, but that's like 80 degrees, I think. That's a really sharp angle her foot is sitting at. And then her titties, that is hers. That's hers that she pushed up, probably with tape, duct taped them together and pushed them up with a bra. There are girls who are buying breastplates who are trying to achieve this look. And this is something that Detox was just able to do. The girls now, they can't even take her. The girls now are trying so hard to achieve this look, and they don't got the look. But Detox has the look. And the fact that she was able to pull that off and look this good during a roast challenge, really sell her brand in a really good way, which is immaculate styling, she did the thing. Moving into the number 7 spot is Roxy Andrews in the Latina Eleganza Glamorosa runway from the very problematic telenovela challenge. And we all know better. And Drag Race, I hope, knows better and would never do something like this and make them talk in Spanish accents. At least I would hope. And as a Latin person, let me just say, I felt a little bit funny in my soul about this challenge, but it's done, it's happened, it's moved on. So the runway prompt was Latina Eleganza, and Roxy, I believe, was the only Latina at the time. And I do think that we should address the fact that Drag Race did a challenge like this in a top 6 where 5 of the 6 were not Latina. And of that, Jinx, Detox, Alyssa, Alaska were all white. 4 white girls who are doing Latina accents and then coming on the runway in something that is not their culture and comes across sort of not celebratory, but sort of costumey. I just had to bring that up just as a Latin person. But I want to talk about this look. That's what we're here for. And I love this pattern so much, of this fabric. It almost looks like maybe it was supposed to be a blanket fabric because it's got these really interesting ruffle pleats in it that I'm sure were just the worst to sew through and to actually construct this outfit. This beautiful glove that's underneath it, this slit that emphasizes her gorgeous, gorgeous legs, beautiful wig, super soft makeup that makes her look stunning. This necklace, which I'm assuming is covering up the breastplate, because I do believe that was her breastplate. And then corsets on dress. Corsets on dresses. I love them. I'm a big fan of corsets on dresses. This changed my brain chemistry. And I think Roxy looks stunning here. The best one on the runway that night. I do love what Jinx wore, the little Day of the Dead outfit. But knowing that Roxy is Latina wearing something like this that feels really celebratory, feels really streetwear, ready to go to a dance club. I enjoy this look a lot. And I think Roxy looks beautiful. Going into the number 6 spot is the Deadliest Snatch Glamour runway from the Snatch game. And the whole point of this runway was to serve fish, which we need to also address. This is a problematic phrase that we should not be using anymore. And I'm so glad that we've decided to start retiring serving fish. But I want to talk about how beautiful Lanesha looks here. Because we got this lace that is going down her right arm and down the left leg. I love asymmetry so much. Asymmetry makes my heart smile. Then to kind of balance out this look, there's this feather detail on the left shoulder, and then on the right hip are these chains. So, and more feathers down there too. So everything is really nice and asymmetrical over what appears to be just a body corset. And I also love a body corset. I'm a big fan. I love the necklace accessorized with this, as well as these gloves, which are super asymmetrical. On the right arm is a longer glove. On the left is a short one with a big statement ring. We've got this lovely hair that is off red that looks gorgeous on her. What I think the only problem is about this look are these little booties. Are they booties? They're like half shoes. They're really weird. They're kind of ugly. I won't lie. These are ugly ass shoes. They are butt ugly. And I wish that she had taken off these shoes and burned them, because this is the worst part of the outfit are those shoes. But everything else is stunning, and she looked, to me, one of the best on the runway. I almost love that it's like a concert outfit, and it looks like she's about to go perform some rock show, and I love that. I love me some Lanesha outfits, and this one was one of my favorites in that particular runway. Moving into the number 5 spot is Coco Montrese from the Latina Glamorosa Eleganza runway. And I know I just ripped this entire runway in half. I know that I did. Please don't judge me for being a fickle person. I really love this mango color on her. I love the sleeves. I love these flowers. This detail that is so nice, because this is a pretty standard basic jumpsuit. But I think this particular look shows that you really don't have to do a lot to really make a statement and to show something glamorous. This gives the runway prompt, even if I don't necessarily equate the color mango to Latin culture. It might not be the first thing that goes into my brain. I might think something like red, green, whites, but that's just me being Mexican and thinking in those colors. Maybe someone Spaniard or of another Latin subculture would maybe think of mango first. It's not my first thing, but these flowers feel very Latina to me. They have the look, they have the right colors, everything feels beautiful about this look, and it's so simple, and it really doesn't need to do a lot. It doesn't need to be crazy. It doesn't have to have a corset or a belt or anything to really exemplify it. It's just a statement look, and I love this color on her. That's why this ranks so high, because this mango color is beautiful on her skin. She looks flawless. And then this really soft makeup with this lined lip that's gold. Ugh! Moving into the number 4 category is Alaska's Candy Couture outfit. This is a wig that is straight out of my closet, and looking at this season, I'm starting to realize how inspired I was by this season for my own drag character, because this hair is what my drag wet dreams are made of. Big statement curly hair that's a little bit frazzled and a little bit distressed, but that's all just knocked over to one side. I love this powerful stance that Alaska came out in, trying really hard not to actually touch the garment because it was falling apart backstage. I also really love about this particular runway that this was something they stole and yanked right out of Project Runway's hands, as Drag Race does many times. It's got a little asymmetry moment up in the top left shoulder, kind of a bigger piece there of the cotton candy. All these little cotton candy parts that are tacked to this corset, and then all the other candies that are added to it, and the detail of cotton candy on the shoes. Alaska really was trying to think a full picture. And you look at this and you know exactly what it is. Even if you didn't know what the runway prompt was, you could look at this and say, cotton candy, right? That looks like that. And I've mentioned before, one of my favorite things about a Drag Race prompt is knowing what it is by looking at it and not needing someone to explain it. And I feel like you'd look at this and think, oh, cotton candy, the runway must be candy themed. And this absolutely gives that. Somehow it works better than every other corset with things on them. At least in the history of Drag Race, there's been a lot of people that have just made garbage. They're like, look, I put no effort into this. Look, I made junk and I Derek buried my way through this corset. But I mean, Alaska did such a great job with this. I really enjoy this look a lot. All right, moving into the number 3 spot is Alaska once again. This was the Think Pink look. This was very early in the season. I want to say this was from the Fraggle Rock challenge, but I could be wrong. Think Pink is one of those that is just a really basic color assignment. I love color runways. I love when it's like, okay, I want you to give gold and platinum in season 4. I love neon. That runway from 8 was really fun. I love when it's sort of themed like Red for Filth in All Stars 3. Think Pink is such a generic one. You could really do anything with this. You don't have to do anything too insane. But what Alaska did here was took a plain white dress, probably from Ross, and some upper length gloves, and hit them with paint. Whether this is paintballs or not, and I'm assuming it was probably paintballed, that is such a smart prompt to come out as this canvas, this literal art piece, coming out wearing this dress that's been paintballed, and then holding the paintball gun, which is spray painted pink, so that it doesn't look like a weapon, and you kind of forget that it's a weapon. Cute little itty bitty Claire's necklace, which had no business being on this dress, in my opinion. And then these gorgeous shoes with this frazzled hair again. I love a distressed hair look. And I love that this was Alaska's brand. And I kind of miss this old, disheveled Alaska. Oh, young disheveled Alaska. I love this paint look. I think about it a lot. And it makes me really yearn for a paint themed runway or a paint ball. Could you imagine if they did a paint ball where the first category is come out as an art piece, similar to what Canada did in season 3, and then maybe the second category is like work of art, and it's got to be something that you've hand painted? That would be so cool. If they did a paintball, I would love to see something like that. That's what this particular look makes me want, but I really enjoy the thought behind it. That Alaska didn't just go, here, let me give a pink dress that's cute. Let me give you a concept. Let me give you a girl who went out paintballing with the boys and came on in and is like, yeah, what of it? I just won paintball. I don't have the welts to prove it, but my dress certainly shows that I had fun at paintball. Next in the number 2 spot is Roxy Andrews' Candy Couture. And the whole video is full of contradictions because I know that I said that Alaska's is one of the best corset with things on it. This look was so close to winning that particular challenge. Roxy was the only one to incorporate candy into every single one of her looks, really did stunning in that ball, and then came out in this beautiful fringe dress that could be made in every single color. It's so good. I love the breast cup details where it does this circular pattern so you get the shape of breasts, not just having them hang down, so you actually do get this lovely shape that really accentuates her boobs that she's probably taped together as well. And then all of this candy that's dangling down around all sides. Then when she spins, you get this beautiful fringe effect. It's so smart, so classic. Wasn't too complicated. And again, it goes to show you that you really don't need to do that much to make a statement. Because then what she's done is accessorized it really smart. Very tiny little bracelet. Big thick collar, which appears to be made out of candy as well. And then the earring, which is this big hoop. The bigger the hoop, the bigger the hole. Made out of candy as well to really draw everything back down. And this gorgeous hair that is like butter. It's been sculpted for the gods and it just frames her face so well. It complements the dress. She could have gone and done something crazy and been like, I'm going to wear pink hair. I'm going to wear yellow hair. And it would have just looked weird and silly. But doing this brown hair with this really fun, quirky costume gives an actual runway. It gives this is a fashion show and a fashion statement. And I think Roxy understood the challenge better than most people did with what she was supposed to do in this challenge. And honestly, I'm obsessed with this. And this could have won just as hard as Alaska's did and deserved it just as much. Too bad Drag Race doesn't give out more double wins because this easily could have been one. Easily. Moving into the very final placement, the number one spot of all of season 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race is Lineysha Sparks' Trash Couture Runway. Now, I am going to probably upset people, but Lineysha deserved this win. I'm telling you right now, the gaggery and the goopery that I experienced the first time watching this season, and Lineysha did not win this challenge. This is made of wallpaper, people. This is wallpaper. And this didn't win. Look how cool the shape is. From the hair and the shoe all the way in it, down to this really intricate ruffling shape along the shoulders, down to this part in the middle that has all of this sequin and or just glitter that's on it that sparkles up to heaven. Beautiful, beautiful shape here because it breaks up all of that wallpaper, draws your eye to the waistline, and that's very smart to have a draw. Then it billows out into this big shape that is so couture. When I think couture, I think one of a kind. No one else could have it. No one else could make it. Lineysha made something that no one else could have. And I love that. I love how powerful she looks, how strong she looks. And Lineysha should have won this challenge. I will go to my deathbed saying Lineysha should have won this challenge. And honestly, I think that's why they gave her the lip sync Lollapalooza one. Or not, yeah, was it a Lollapalooza? I don't know. They gave her that lip sync challenge win because they felt bad they didn't give her this one. Because that next challenge was Coco's win. I'm sorry. I don't mean to upset people. Sorry if you're disturbed and raising your pitchforks already. But that's why they gave her that win, I think. And it bothers me a lot when they do that. They mess up on a challenge win, so they give it to the queen they should have rewarded the next week. I hate that. It bugs me to no end. Lineysha deserved this win because no one could make this, not out of wallpaper. And then you got this little bit of distressing at the bottom with this tulle. It's so couture, so high fashion, so outside of the box. This is the best look from the entire season. Hands down, no one will ever be able to compete with this look in a design challenge. Change my mind. Maybe Utica. This is one of the best because it's so well put together and it's got so many eye draws. Your eyes find somewhere to rest, but also want to keep exploring. That's something that couture also should do. Couture shouldn't leave your eyes moving around constantly. It should draw you into one place. And that's what this light peach sparkle color does. It brings you right into the middle. But then your eyes want to explore the length of both sides and go up to the hair. Look at the makeup and the shoe detail and everything. So this is really smart fashion too because it's got a point of view. It's got a perspective and it doesn't get lost in the bigness of this dress. That is my top 10 looks from Drag Race Season 5. Thank you so much for watching. What are your top 10 looks or even just your favorite looks from this season? And remember, if your favorite did not make it onto this list, I promise this is not a critique of your opinion. It is not a critique on these performers, just what I preferred from this season. Keep an eye out because we'll be doing season 6 very soon. Goodbye. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to click that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Goodbye.